Well, good morning. What a great place. St Giles Farm, highly recommend it. Simon, perfect host. Just polished off a nice big breakfast. Toast, bacon, eggs, sausage, all the trimmings, orange juice, coffee. Yeah, really fantastic place and a really great host. If you're doing the coast to coast, I definitely recommend you check out staying there. So obviously I'm a bit late. It's 8:45, but the sun's shining and I think it's meant to be like this all day. So right, let's crack on, start ticking a few miles off. Welcome to day 9. So we've just bypassed Brompton on Swale and we're now heading towards Bolton on Swale, following the river, which is just down there. And once I get to Ingleby Cross later on this afternoon, that means that I'll be in the North York Moors. So it's like the third section of the walk, and I can't believe it's day 9 already. It does seem to be going quite quickly. Although, thinking back to when I was in the Lake District, that does seem quite a long time ago. But yeah, the walk is getting closer to the finish, and I do seem to be getting there a bit quicker than I thought I would. So I've just arrived at St Mary's Church, Bolton on Swale. As mentioned in Wainwrights Coast to Coast book and official guide, you're welcome to stop and make a cuppa and have a well-earned rest. Well, I've only walked 3.5 miles, but we'll go and have a nosy and see what they got to offer. Not today, I won't, it's locked. Yep, that's definitely locked. Oh well, I'll have to take their word for it. I have seen this church on other YouTube videos. And I know that a pal of mine stayed here. Well, he didn't stay here, but he stopped here and had a brew and that. But yeah, it's locked today. Don't think there's any other way in. If there is, I can't see it. No. Oh well. I wasn't in need of anything. Like I say, I've only done 3.5 miles. But would have been nice to pop my head in. Alright, keep going. I actually didn't think they locked churches. Gave the door a good shove. Definitely locked. Maybe they've started locking them up now. So we are just passing through Kipling. We're just passing Kipling Hall and Gardens. Isn't that where they make exceedingly good cakes in Kipling? Or is that a different Kipling? So it's been mainly farmers' fields today, bit of road walking, very, very flat, lots of gates to go through. But I don't think I've ever walked past a field full of sunflowers. How cool is that? Yeah, definitely a variety of fields today. We're now in a cornfield, sweet corn. Ooh, I could just eat corn on the cob with melted butter on it. Cool, mile and a half to go. I think I'll stop at Danby Wisk for a bit. Not too sure what's there. I think there's a pub there, but apart from that, I don't think there's anything else there. But yeah, I think I'll stop for half an hour when I get there. Welcome to Danby Wisk. Pub open evenings, church open daily. Tuck shop and camping. Drinks fridge, chocolates, sweets. Ooh, water fill up. That's got to be worth a stop off. Let's go and have a look. So I've just wandered onto the campsite. Isabel's tuck shop. It's like an honesty room. Cold cans, ice lollies, ice cream, sweets, crisps, porridge, cakes, chocolate. It's got everything. So I've just got myself a bag of crisps and a can of pop and a bag of sweets. And I'm going to sit here for half an hour, I think. Yeah, what a great place. It's part of the campsite and the woman does it for coast to coasters to come in and help themselves. You can make your sandwiches, tea, coffee, that type of thing. There's a bell for you to ring and they'll make it for you. Right, bit of time here I think and then crack on. Well, what a great little find that was. Campsite right in the centre of Danby Wisk, honesty room. The owner came in with some freshly baked flapjacks, so naturally I had to indulge in one of them as well. But yeah, what a great little gem that is. Right, I think I've got about 7 or 8 miles to go, so let's get going. The White Swan pub in Danby Wisk. I'm sure that's where Wainwright went in and signed the guest book. I'm certain that was the pub. I've just seen a sign as well, 60 miles to go to Robin Hood's Bay. So from leaving Danby Wisk, it's just more fields again, and then road sections. Some of the road sections are quite busy actually, and I don't know what it is, but there's a funny smell around here. I actually thought it was me at first. No, it's definitely not me. I don't know what it is. I wonder if a farmer's been spraying his field or something with silage. But yeah, there isn't half a pongy smell around here. just gone over 17 mile since leaving St Giles Farm this morning. So we should only be, well, less than 2 mile away from Ingleby Cross. And I know that once across the A19 there's a petrol station there, so I'm going to call in there and see if I can get something for tea tonight. I have got dried meals with me, but kind of getting a little bit fed up of them now. So I'll see what the petrol station's got to offer, and I might pick something up for tomorrow as well, a sandwich or something. This wind's picking up though. Yeah, so I hope I can get a bit of shelter at the Bluebell Inn, which is where I'm staying tonight. At least it's not raining though. Right, nipping here along this petrol station, and then I've got to cross that, the A19. Wish me luck. Right, bag of goodies later. Let's try and get across this road. Flipping heck. Dodgiest part of the coast to coast. Trying to cross the A19. Bloody hell. I think they need to put a bridge or something there. Just passing a sign here, it says St Bede's Head 140 mile, Robin Hood's Bay 50 mile, and the Bluebell is just across the road. Bluebell Inn. Right, go and get sorted and checked in and get the tent up. Right, so I've got pitched up at the Bluebell Inn. £10 it is for camping. The pub was quite busy when I went in, so I paid me £10 and they just said camping is round the back, which it's just a field. A couple of lads here have just turned up. There is quite a busy main road there, so it plugs in later on, I think, unless it quietens down. But yeah, it looks a nice pub. If you want to eat here, you can stay here. I know a friend of mine stayed here when he did the coast to coast. They've got rooms upstairs. I've been and had a shower. Showers are alright. They don't look like they've been cleaned for a while. Yeah, they weren't the best, to be honest, but it was a shower and there's obviously a toilet there. So stats wise today I have done 20.18 miles, so about a mile more than what I thought I was going to do today. Quite an easy day. It was just basically lots and lots of fields that I've gone through today, lots of cornfields, lots and lots of gates, bits of road walking. You sort of go through a lot of fields, bit of road walking, back through a load more fields, and then I got to Danby Whisk and came across that honesty room. Thinking back now, I think I have seen that on other people's YouTube videos, but yeah, it was a little gem to find. Was talking to the owner for a bit. She came with some fresh flapjacks, so I ended up having one of them as well. Her husband's done the coast to coast and he's into walking, and it was basically a spare room that they didn't know what to do with, and every now and again they used to get coast to coast people wandering in asking for a cup of tea or water, so they decided to convert it into the honesty room that it is now. And then after that it was pretty much the same, just more and more fields, bits of road section across a train track, and eventually I was here via the Londis petrol station. So I've just got myself a sandwich and some pop, Haribos. I've got a few bits for tomorrow, because I'm going over on the moors tomorrow, so I've just got a few bits with me for that. So yeah, not a bad day. It rained once, there was a little bit of a shower, and then the sun come back out again. So tomorrow I've got another 20-ish mile day, and I'm going to start heading over the moors, over Claybank Top. I think that's it there. I think that's where I start, up here. I think I go up there. So tomorrow it's going to be a bit of a tougher day. There's 3 peaks that I've got to go up, so there's a bit of elevation, and then, like I say, a 20-mile walk, and then the day after that I've got a 17-mile walk, and then the day after that I've got roughly an 11-mile walk back into Robin Hood's Bay. I have just spoken to the owner at Intake Farm, which is the last place that I'm staying at, because there is actually Moorland fires over that way, and it's been posted on the Facebook group that you can't go any further than Gromont. There is a diversion which is sending you up to Whitby. I've just spoken to, I think she's called Judith, at Intake Farm, and she says I can get from Gromont to Intake Farm no problem at all, but from Intake Farm at Littlebeck I'll have to go a different way, which she said she'll show me on the map. So there might be a little bit of coast to coast section that I won't be able to do, but at least it saves me going up to Whitby. It's Sunday today and I won't be there till Tuesday, so anything could happen in the next few days. So she sent me a number and she's going to keep me updated. I'd like to do the official route, but if I can't, I can't, and I don't want to get on a diversion at Gromont and go all the way up to Whitby, because I've nowhere to stay on the last night in that area. I've not booked to stay in that area, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to stick to the official route. So right, I'm going to eat my, what did I get? Mature cheddar with the Yorkshire pickle sandwich. I've got a bag of crisps, kind of bottle of Lucasade and a Kit Kat, so I'm on that tonight rather than a dried meal. And I shall see you all in the morning for day 10 of the Coast to Coast. See you tomorrow. Well, good morning. So that's us leaving the Bluebell. Not a bad stop off point. Wasn't the best, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. I ended up talking to the 2 lads that turned up after me last night. They are doing the Coast to Coast, so if you're watching this, guys, it's good to meet you. So a good 20 miler today. We are due a thunderstorm this afternoon, so I'll see what that transpires into. It's blowing a gale and it's freezing, so welcome to day 10. Well, that was a steep climb from the Bluebell. You cross the road and then straight uphill, straight through a woodland. It's levelled out a bit now. It's warmed me up though. So we are now joining the Cleveland Way. There is a little sign there for Coast to Coast East, follow Cleveland Way signs. It's a Bloworth crossing. Quite fancy the Cleveland Way. I think that could be a good contender for my next one. Yeah. Right. We're going back uphill again. Not a bad view. See how flat it is though. That's the way I came yesterday. So that must be why it's called Beacon Hill. I think today though it should be called Windy Hill. So the coast to coast signs have disappeared. I'm just following the Cleveland Way signs. You think there'd be two, because we are on the coast to coast and the Cleveland Way. Pretty wild up there, wow. And I've got to go up again. It's quite sheltered in this forest, out the wind. It's nice and sunny. It's just really windy up there. And I've got plenty more up to do today. Don't know if you'll be able to make out on camera. There's two baby deer there. They've literally just walked across the path in front of me. Ah, they've heard me, they've gone. It's literally just walking along, minding me own. There's one there. I'm not too sure if the camera will get that, there's no focus on it. But yeah, literally just walking on this path and they appeared in front of me. That's quite cool. It's a bit wild up here. Just took shelter behind this Bronze Age burial mound, according to the plaque over there on the path. Stunning views though. So it looks like we're heading up here and along that ridge. We keep going along. Yeah, a bit blowy today. A bit cold on the hands as well. Sun keeps coming out and then it disappears and it's cloudy. Let's hope it doesn't start raining. Right, let's crack on. Get up to the next one. Whoa! Oh, let's get down behind this trig point. I think this is called Carlton Bank. It's absolutely blowing a gale. Right, I'm not hanging around. I'm going to start making my way down. Woo! Wow, that was pretty wild up there. Glad to be down for a bit. So I'm approaching a place called Lordstones. There's a campsite there and I'm pretty certain there's a coffee shop there. So I think I'll stop there for a bit. I'm just approaching 8 Mile after leaving the Bluebell Inn. And then after Lordstones I've got more elevation and probably more into the wind again as well. But yeah, we'll get to Lordstones and have a break and stop for a bit. Right, quick Americano break. Back up we go. I think I've got about 4 more fells to go up and down over. One down, 3 to go. Heading that way. Knew it was going to be a tough day today. Right, let's move on to number 2. So I've just come down off that one, number 1, and now I'm heading to number 2. Alright, let's get up to the top of this one. Number 2, if you can hear me. Number 3. Wow. I'm literally getting blown off my feet. Get down to the next one. So number 3 ahead, and this is the one where I've got to climb through the rocks on the path, and then I think I just follow it along to number 4, which I think is the easiest one. Alright, let's get up there. Just stop for 5 out the wind. Just got this bit to do now on the number 3 one. Up there. The views are stunning. It's very, very flat. It's just a shame it's not flat the way I'm going. Right, upward. 3 done, 1 to go, which is behind me. Get that one done. Get down, try and get out of this bloody wind. I think there's only actually 3. This one's called White Hill. There's no top to it or anything. So I'm going to start making my way down, and then it looks like we're going back up again, but on a smaller fell. So I'm just making my way down, but it looks like I'm going to go up this one, and then along and top up onto that ridge up there. I'm going to be back high up again. What I was classing as number 4 is now there, so I don't think there is 4 sort of peaks or whatever, summits. Right, going to get down and stop, I think, before I go back up again. So now I'm down. Yep, it started raining. I'm just making my way back up again. It's been one of those days. Blown to bits. Up and down. And now I'm getting a soaking. So we're up high again, although not as high. You can actually see the fells that I've come over along, and then up here. So we're now heading in that direction. It looks like we keep walking along the tops of the moorland. So a bit easier walking. The wind's died slightly, the rain stopped, so not too bad. So we've just hit 14 miles, so roughly 6 miles to go, and there is absolutely nothing for miles that I can see anyway. Proper desolate around here. So it looks like we're heading over that way. This White Lion pub is just going to appear on the horizon like a mirage, isn't it? Yeah, I'm glad to get there today. It has been a fairly tough day, quite a long day. 6 miles to go. 2.5 miles to go, and yeah, it's raining again. Hear the grouse. So that in the distance there is the Lion Inn pub, and what a welcoming sight that is. For a minute I thought that sign said the Lion Inn 2 miles away. It's 2 minutes, it's just here. Yeah, my heart sank. I was like, 2 miles? No, it can't be. Yeah, it's just here. Here we have it. Right, I'll go and get checked in and put the tent up somewhere. I think you just pitch around the pub. Yeah, I'll get sorted. So right, we're pitched up at the Lion Inn. I think I kept calling it the White Lion, but it's just called the Lion Inn. Today, yeah, where do we start? It was a tough one today, it really was. From leaving Ingleby Cross, the Bluebell Inn, you literally walk across the road and then you start going uphill, and it's pretty much been like that all day, up and down, and then eventually when you get onto the top of the moors, you're just following a track for miles and miles and miles till eventually you get here. It's been a tough day today, not going to lie, it was a tough day. And then I've just been battered by the wind, and it's just constant raining all the time, on and off, and eventually made it here. So yeah, stats wise I've done 19.99 mile and over 4,000 feet of elevation. So yeah, I think today has been the toughest day, and walking on 10-day-old tired legs, being battered by the wind and the rain and up and down, yeah, it was just a combination of a few things today. So I've been and had a shower. Showers are good, but they're in a bit of a quirky setup. You've got to go through the pub, and they're at the back of the pub in one of the toilets. So you get a few funny looks carrying your clothes and everything, change your clothes through the pub and that. I'm literally pitched in the beer garden at the front of the pub. I don't think I can get any closer to the benches. There is a field other side of the car park. The owner says pitch in the beer garden because it was quite windy when I got here. The wind's dropped now, so she said pitch closer to the pub and then you'll get a bit of shelter. Really warm welcome, really friendly. £3 to camp for the night, which is just mad. I said to her it's too cheap. I've been paying £12.50 everywhere else, and that includes a shower as well. The showers aren't coin operated or anything. So yeah, absolute bargain. So I've had a look at the food menu. I'm going to go in and have some food. It looks really nice. There's pub food here, and there's also a restaurant as well, but the restaurant's fully booked. But to be fair, pub food's fine. And I think I might have a couple of well-deserved pints of cider. So I've just spoken to Intake Farm again, which is where I'm heading tomorrow. And the diversion is still in place at Gromont, but she's still adamant that you can get through and make my way to Littlebeck. She said if I can't and I have any problems, she'll come and pick me up, which is nice of her. But I do want to make my own way there and try and stick to the route as much as possible. But when I leave there the day after tomorrow, I am going to have to go a different way. So again, she said that she will drop us off. She's dropped a couple of people off today. They've only just started opening roads and stuff.
but the coast to coast path is still closed, or the official coast to coast path is. So I can either go by road, or she'll just drive me to a certain point that misses out where the fires are, and then I can just carry on down to Robin Hood's Bay. So right, I'm going to sign off, go and have a pub tea, a couple of pints, and I shall see you all tomorrow for day 11 of the coast to coast. See you tomorrow.
Well, good morning. So that's us leaving the line in. I think I thought it was called the White Line because it has got a white line outside it. So that's where I camped last night, in the beer garden. There is a field over there, you probably won't see it, but there is another field that you can camp in. Really warm welcome when I arrived. Showers, nice hot showers, all for £3. Had some food last night, a couple of ciders. Yeah, definitely one I'd recommend. Right, 17 miles today to Littlebeck. Forecast for today is sunny. So let's see if that changes. Welcome to day 11. Quite a dull morning this morning. I think the clag is starting to lift. Finally just come off the road, so it's a couple of mile road walking. I'm now on this trail path heading towards Dale, which on the sign it said 5.5 mile. So I think that'll be my first stopping point today. Yeah, the sun is trying to come out. I've got a feeling in a few hours it'll be looking a bit better. So the sun has finally come out and it's cleared, although the wind's picked up a little bit. I've got views for miles all around. Yeah, it's been quite a stunning walk this morning, now that the sun's come out and lifted all the clag. I think I'm only about 3 miles from Dale, and it looks like we're dropping down all the time off this moorland. Yeah, it's been a really nice walk this morning. A lot better than yesterday. So we've just gone over 8 mile since leaving the line in this morning. Making really good time. These moorland trail paths, they're very flat, make for very easy walking, but they are very long and straight. They do go on for quite some time. I've been on this one for a few miles now, and all the time I can see I'm gradually descending. So past the sign back there it said Dale 2 miles, probably about 1.75 miles now, so not long. Get to Dale and stop there for a little bit, I think. So we have arrived in the lovely little village of Dale, and I can see a shop, so I think I'm going to find a bench and sit here for a bit. It's only 10:30. Done quite well for time, just gone over 9 miles as well. Yeah, I'm going to stop here for a bit. So that is us leaving Dale. Quick 20-minute break. Nipped into the one and only shop. It's cash only, by the way. The lady was quite keen to tell me that when I walked through the door. cash only in here. Don't take card. Right, looks like we're going to pick up the river, follow that for a bit and keep going. So I've just come to this sign, Coast to Coast Gromont, avoiding stepping stones, which is that way, which is the way I've mapped it. But then on the other side it says Gromont 2 miles via stepping stones, down there. It's got to be the stepping stones way, hasn't it? Yeah, let's go that way instead, and then it brings me back on the normal path that I've mapped. Let's go this way. Right, we're back on the route that I mapped out. Just a slight sort of detour, bit of fun. Obviously you wouldn't want to go over it if the river was high. Whitby, 8 mile. Got to be further than that. Coming into the sign back there. Right. Keep going. So we've arrived in Gromont, and that weird noise you could hear, big sign there, was the steam train pulling out. Alright, let's have a wander, see what's here. Cool place Gromont is. Just caught the steam train coming in. Been here for about 40 minutes just watching the trains pull in and out. It's quite a busy station. Right, looks like we've got the steep hills to contend with. Alright, let's get up here. Well, that was steep. Straight up out of Gromont. Just got this last bit to do. It's levelling out a bit. Yeah. Glad I stopped in Gromont now for about 40 minutes to prepare myself for that. Whew. Right. 3 miles to go to Littlebeck. So right in the distance there is the North Sea and the east coast of England. Yes, tomorrow I will be there. Oh, what a sight to see that. One more day and I will be on the east coast of England. Oh, fantastic. What a morale boost seeing that. Right, let's get to Intake Farm. Half a mile. Yes, we're nearly there. So we have arrived at Intake Farm. Right, not too sure where to go, but I'm sure we'll work it out. Let's go and knock on this door, get sorted and get the tent up.
Right, so I'm all sorted at Intake Farm. Another little gem of a place. Knocked on the door, Judith invited me in, put the kettle on. We chatted for about an hour. Really nice person. Camping in their garden. So that's my view. That's the house and the guest house. And then the farm's behind. £10 for the night. Cash. She prefers cash, like most farmers do. Been and had a shower. The shower setup's a bit quirky. You actually use one of the showers upstairs in the guest room because it's a guest house as well. But yeah, really nice place to spend my last evening. Another good day today. Another easy day today, I think. From leaving the Lion Inn pub, it was across Moorland paths, gravelly sort of paths again, trail paths, quite flat, descending all the time, and then eventually down into Glasedale, where I nipped into the little shop, bit of river walking, and then more sort of moorland paths, and then into Gromont, which was a really nice place. I was quite surprised how busy it was. Trains coming and going. Managed to get a quick glimpse of one of the steam trains. One had just left when I got there, but then another one came in about half an hour later. Just sat there for about 40 minutes or so, watching the trains come in and out. The station was really busy. Every time a train pulled in, people were getting off, people were getting on, going to Whitby, Scarborough, places like that, Pickering. All the railway people dressed up in the old railway stuff and that, all volunteers and everything. Yeah, really good atmosphere. Kind of enjoyed sitting there, eating my cheese sandwich and a drink that I'd bought in the co-op. And then when you leave there, straight uphill. Yeah, straight up a brutal hill. And it did seem to go on for quite a while. I have seen that on other people's videos where they've left Gromont, and yeah, it's literally like that. And then you get to the top, over the other side, bit of a busy main road, looking over the sea, and then you get to Intake Farm. When I was going up, and I noticed on my left I could see like a big ship, and I thought, that's the sea, that's the North Sea. Yeah, it was quite a moment, that first time I've seen the sea in, well, 11 days. So yeah, it was quite a moment, that, to see the sea. Quite a morale boost. Yeah, I did enjoy that moment. So tomorrow's my last day, day 12. I have spoken to Judith about the diversion, or the way that I'm going to have to go because of the Moorland fires. It's actually in a place called Greystones. So if you've done the walk before, or you know the area, the furthest I can get is to Falling Foss, and then after that I can't go any further because that's where the fires have been, and the ground's still smouldering apparently. So the way that I'm going to have to go is back into Littlebeck, the way that I've come up to Intake Farm by road, and then just follow it all the way around on the road until I get to a place called Low Rig Campsite. And then once I get there, I'll just pick up the coast-to-coast route again. Looking on the map, it looks about 2.5 mile shorter. So instead of the 11-mile day that I had planned tomorrow, it looks like I'm going to have sort of an 8-ish mile day into Robin Hood's Bay. It can't be helped. I can't go that way because of the fires. They've only just opened roads and stuff down into Robin Hood's Bay. All the roads were shut so there's not a lot I can do about it. It's just a bit annoying because at the start of the walk I couldn't go over Dent Hill, and at the finish of the walk there's a section I can't do, but it's out of my hands. I can't, I can't do any more. So into Robin Hood's Bay tomorrow, get the walk finished, dip my feet, throw my pebble in. Yeah, it's probably going to be a really good day tomorrow. I'm going to set off early, probably be away for 7, and I'll probably have the walk done and dusted by dinner time. And then it's just a case of making my way to Scarborough train station and get home. So, dried meal again, spag bol tonight. But whilst I was in the co-op, I thought I'd sort of get myself a pre-celebratory Koppenberg beer for tonight, cider for tonight. So right, I'm going to sign off, enjoy my spag bol and cider, and I shall see you all tomorrow for day 12 and the final day of my coast to coast. See you tomorrow.
Well, good morning. All packed up, just about to leave Intake Farm. That's where I camped last night. A couple of benches for you to use. House is there behind me. Great stop off point, Intake Farm, highly recommend it. Judith was really welcoming and really helpful with the diversion and everything that I've got to do today. As you can see, it's raining and it's forecast to be like this all day, but who cares, it's my last day. So let's get to Robin Hood's Bay. Welcome to day 12, my final day of the coast to coast. Right, so this is where my diversion starts. If I was doing the coast to coast normally, Falling Foss, which is 1.25 miles away, is as far as I'll be able to get, and then I won't be able to get any further. So I've got to go that way. A couple of miles of road walking to avoid that. And everywhere in Littlebeck is either up or down. Whew. Yeah, I'm generating a bit of heat already. Right, a couple of miles of road walking, and then eventually I'll get back on the original coast to coast path. Well, I wouldn't have liked to have crossed the field that was in. Wow. What is that? Well, what was that? Huge. Well, I've never seen a vegetable honesty table before. Courgettes. That's all they've got. Oh, and a marrow. Put your money in the box. I'm not in need of a courgette or a marrow. It's nice to see though. Is that the best sign ever? Robin Hood's Bay, 5 mile. And that's the first Robin Hood's Bay sign I've actually seen. 5 mile. 5 mile to go. I've just actually thought, that's by car. So it's not 5 mile, is it? It's going to be longer. Never mind. It was good to see a Robin Hood's Bay sign. Right, so I am officially back on the coast to coast path, heading that way. So the way I've come is that way. The way I should have come was that way. So I presume the fires are over there. and there is like a burning smell in the air. Smelt it for a while. Yeah, that was just over 4 miles from Intake Farm, so I'll have to work out how far from Intake Farm the official one route was to there, and see if there's a difference. I think the way I've come was a little bit shorter, but I'm not too sure. I'll have to work it out when I get home. Right, back on the official coast to coast path. Let's make our way to Robin Hood's Bay. So just stopped for 10 minutes at the caravan park. The forecasted showers all day have stopped. They stopped quite a while ago. So I'm going to chance finishing the walk without the waterproof on. It's getting a little bit hot. Right, make our way through the caravan park and then follow the cliffs all the way along. We're nearly there. Just see in the distance Robin Hood's Bay. My coast to coast adventure is about to come to an end, and what an adventure it's been. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've loved it. I've met some great people along the way. I've stayed in some quirky places, pub beer gardens, a couple of wild camps, farms, one official campsite at Pennine View in Kirby Stephen, and the little pod at the Crown Inn at Shap. It's been a brilliant adventure and a personal achievement. I think the best part of the walk for me was definitely the Lake District, probably being a bit biased because I do spend a lot of time there, but the next time I'm in Grasmere or the next time I'm at Honister Slate Mine, I'll just remember myself walking through with the big rucksack on the coast to coast journey with monumental mileage still to do. I think lows of the walk, there hasn't really been any. Maybe today having to take a bit of a diversion, and on the first day not being able to go over Dent Hill, but apart from that I've enjoyed it. Time wise, I think 12 days was perfect for me, and I've had some long days and I've had some short days, and the short days have just enabled me to get to camp early and put my feet up for a bit, but still keep moving forward. Would I do the walk again? If it was the only walk in England, yeah, 100%, but it's not, and there are other walks that I want to do. So right, let's get this walk finished, and all I've got to do is get to Robin Hood's Bay, dip my feet in the North Sea, throw my pebble in, and my coast to coast journey is completed. And what a great feeling that is. Made it. All that's left to do is dip my feet and throw this pebble into the North Sea, and my coast to coast journey is complete. So that is it. My journey's over. My coast to coast adventure is finished. I've dipped my feet, I've thrown my pebble in the North Sea, and it's time to go home. and I've absolutely loved it. Even the sun's coming out, even though it said it was going to rain today, so what a perfect finish. So right, I hope you've enjoyed watching the video as much as I have making it, walking Alfred Wainwrights coast to coast. So thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.